Pocket nines for Antonius. He's going to raise to 2,000. And Benjamin wakes up with pocket tens. He'll re-raise to 7,000.
So much for a feeling out period.
Yeah.
And right off the bat, look at this. The pot's already up to. Ivy's reaching for extra chips. He's raising another 18,000 with 6 high.
Those big placards are 25,000. And Ivy with a 6-4. We've seen this before.
I guess you could say Phil Ivey is setting a tone. You guys want to play big? Welcome to my office.
Benjamin makes the call.
And look at David Benjamin. I mean, he's got a pair of 10s, and Phil Ivey has just juiced up this pot. He just calls it 53,000 in that pot.
9 Jack King on the flop.
What a terrible flop for Benjamin. And Antonius is thinking what might have been. He would have flopped a set. But Benjamin, look, he's looking at 2 big overcards. Makes sense that Ivy could have some of that.
37,000 is the bet by Phil Ivey.
So right off the bat, Benjamin is tested, and I just don't see how he calls here. I mean, you've got to give Phil Ivey credit for a big hand. We know he has but a 6 high.
And he's going to fold it, and that 6 high is going to be good enough. And there's $90,000 in our first pot.
9 for Veo, so he hits top pair. And he checks it. Don't look at those graphics. There you go.
Pretty sure there's no 2 9 of clubs in the deck. This is a fantastic flop for Veo. He's flopped top pair, queen kicker. He loves his hand. He is happy to get some chips in the middle of the pot.
So Win was the pre-flop raiser. Veo checks it to him.
So the one time he shouldn't see bet, well, he actually should from theoretical standpoint. Obviously, he doesn't know that Veo has top pair. Could be the one time he decides to continuation bet on the flop. But no, you know, given there's 14 million out there, I would always stab at this pot with Jack 5 of diamonds. I do have some cards on the turn that can increase my equity, give me some good bluff cards, semi-bluff cards to continue with, and also a Jack is a great card. 3 is a great card, a diamond's a great card, and also all the times that Veo missed a flop, I can just win the pot right there. Now we can see that Veo is flop top pair and is not going anywhere.
9.7 million from Win. He would love to see it. He didn't know, but a Jack coming out would be great for Veo. Now let's see. They've had some time to talk to their people, their coaches, and see if any change in strategy.
Finally. No.
Just a call.
Just a.
Well, I like the call because he doesn't want to get his opponent off a worse hand. He wants him to continue bluffing at it.
But I understand that, and he's wanted him to continue to bluffing out almost every time when he is.
Right, but he hasn't held on, and that's a problem. So I think this time he's definitely going to hold on. Well, the 10 does change things a little bit, but again, Veo isn't really that scared of a 10. If his opponent turned a bigger pair, then more power to him. There's 33 million chips in the pot. Will Win give it up or continue here? To be seen. Tune in, folks. ESPN.
I'm guessing that young Pham told him, didn't tell him to stop doing this. I mean, young Pham knows he's been doing this, and Veo's been checking, and Kui's been putting chips in the pot, and look at this.
So he's clearly representing an overpair, right? If he had a 9 in his hand, even if he had ace-9, I don't think he's going to bet this strong, especially when the 10 falls on the turn. So he's essentially trying to tell Veo that he has jacks, queens, kings, aces. Maybe he flopped a set of deuces or 4s. That's basically the story he's trying to tell. And this this could be the time that Veo decides to take a stand. Now, we've seen him play pretty passively so far in this heads-up match. We've seen him fold many times when he wasn't supposed to. Whether this is the time where he actually holds on or not is yet to be unseen.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. And what does he want to do with it?
Yeah, and that's a pretty insignificant card at home. So a lot of people thinking, well, the 10 comes, he's more scared. But really, it doesn't change a lot. Win either has the story he was telling before the 10 came, or he doesn't. It's that simple.
Well, those are the calling chips right there. And that's all Gordon puts in. But that is a lot.
89 million in the middle, boys.
And Veo with the best hand right now.
Well, unless we have some win magic again, regardless of this card, this heads-up match is going to tighten up a whole lot after this hand.
Wynn's been pairing his 5 a lot on the river, it seems. But Veo with the lock on this hand, it's a pretty good run out for him. He's going to see if Wynn wants to do some more lifting.
Wynn actually has a little bit of showdown.
All in.
All in.
Wow.
What a moment for Gordon Veo. He cannot lose by calling.
This man has a lot of heart.
I just have to get myself back onto my chair.
I love Kui Win. He is my new hero.
He is fabulous to watch.
No matter what happens, I have to give this guy so much credit. I haven't seen heart like this at a final table in years. I don't have heart like this.
Well, if Gordon Veo can find a call here, he will take the chip lead. I couldn't find a call here.
How improbable is that?
Well, unfortunately for Veo, he knows the last time that Wynn did this, he made the flush on the river. And so the 5 does put some weird straights out there. Maybe he was bluffing with ace-3 or 6-3 and got there. Maybe he actually flopped a set. Maybe he has an overpair. It's very difficult to call here for your tournament life with a pair of 9s when your opponent has shown so much strength. Can he do it is the question.
Gordon Veo rightly folded with his tournament life on the line earlier tonight. Can he summon up the call here to create himself another chip leading position?
I don't think he's going to find it.
He's kind of slouching down, isn't he?
I don't think he's going to do it.
Well, whatever he does, I think he's going to take a couple of minutes.
He's looking at his chips, but he doesn't need the chips. He just needs to say it.
It's so powerful to put your opponent to the test for his tournament life, for all of his chips, because nobody likes to call and be wrong. It's something you have to live with for the rest of your life. And at this moment,
you just hate the term, I called off my chips.
Wow.
Oh, you're right. He's now looking like
maybe he does want to do it. What will Veo do? The world wants to know. I still take the fold. He hasn't been very courageous in his calls tonight, and so he doesn't seem like the kind of person that's going to get frustrated and make a call out of frustration, and some players have a tendency to do that. He comes across to me as very even-keeled, super calculated. Every hand is a new decision. Let's not allow past plays to have an effect on the outcome of my decision here. And I don't think he's going to call his old tournament life with a 9.
and a fold from Veo.
We win again. Antonio.
I am out of words, gentlemen. This is poker at its best. This is the most exciting match I've ever seen in my life.
All right.
right, back to the felt we go. Andrew Roble, a quick fold, and now Antonio Esfandiari with just 8-4. He's going to raise. Makes it 325,000 to go.
Well, Vanessa looking him up with a king-7 here, just not buying it that he's got a hand.
We're going to see the first three. Here they are. And it's a queen, jack, 10. Big open-ended for Vanessa. Antonio.
Quickly reaching for chips. Now betting 470,000. And without hesitation, Vanessa calls him with the open-end straight draw.
Yeah, she doesn't believe him. And here comes the turn.
Well, now a king comes off. So Vanessa now has 2 kings, but you're fearful your opponent's got a straight here, Vince. King, queen, jack, 10 on the board.
And look at this. Antonio is going to bet nevertheless with absolute poppycock.
Well, Vince, the only way you could possibly call him here was to think he had absolutely nothing, just like he does have. And Vanessa has made this call.
Oh, that's a brilliant read by Vanessa.
Unbelievable what a call this is. Now a 7 comes off. She's now made 2 pair.
Doesn't help Antonio. Can he possibly fire 3 times?
Mullen.
Whoa! Not just fire, he's gone all in.
Unbelievable bet. Now, Vince, I'm sure because she didn't raise on the turn, he's not putting her on an ace. She might have a 9, but she is staring him down. Vince, she just senses he's at it, as we say, that he's just making a move here, which indeed he is. But, folks, to pull the trigger for all your money with no hand in this spot, that takes a lot of heart. Antonio's got that.
You're right. Vanessa was on him.
You did say that you were going to bluff me on television. Remember that yesterday? You said I'm going to bluff you on television.
Well, that is good info because that's exactly what's going on here. He's trying to make the biggest steal of the year on the WPT.
Well, Vince, because he said that yesterday, she suspects this is the time that he's doing it. That's why she called him on the turn with kings.
That river really helped me.
And why she might call him here with kings and 7s. And Vince, this would be the greatest call we've seen in years on the World Poker Tour.
Now I beat a lot of other hands.
The magician is blowing up smoke and mirrors right now. And Vanessa would make the call of the year if she can figure this out, if she can read her man correctly. But there's so much pressure on her. Will she do it?
I don't think you bluffed me twice.
She's got to make the lay down. The magician.
She's gotta make the way down.
Falls the woman in half.
Well, Vince, in my view, you got to give both these players kudos for the way they played this hand.
Show it, show it, show it.
Antonio bluffing the pot all the way down. Vanessa suspecting it.
Can't show bluff.
But what a play by Antonio Esfandiari.
That is great poker we are witnessing. The magician